sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Austin Armadillos. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown! And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. For the first time with Najee Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. 2nd and 14. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on first down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up second and third down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back, but boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Herbert off of play action. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive, and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Mixon with a first down carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He sets to fire deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, this defense was victimized earlier in this opening quarter. This time, a measure of revenge.
Well, they always tell defenses you have to have a short memory. But I also think it helps if you remember what happens to you before, and now you're able to flip it around. They didn't want to show weakness and let this offense think they could do whatever they want. And they turned things around in that case and picked one off themselves.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Looking to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
6 yards left on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
A great read, and it's picked off. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Dancing to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Forced out to his left. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Joe Mixon
There to make the grab. And the Armadillos are able to stretch out their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here. 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's 2nd and 8. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now back to throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays.
Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Now a first down carry for Harris.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Harris will score. Touchdown, Cleveland.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Nixon will try the right side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On 1st down, Nixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. Now it's Herbert. Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line.
And in Boston, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Cameron Curl with the tackle that time. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Herbert. Trying to lay one up deep.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Being chased out left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Oh, wide open. Complete. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. The final shot before the break for Herbert. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And that's his second touchdown run of this game, and this one, add a high degree of difficulty to it as well. I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go, but how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. Dancing to his left. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Herbert on first down now. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the 29, Herbert. Steps away to his left, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Herbert now. This goes out wide for Mixon. No gain on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They snap it to Herbert. Letting one go deep for the end zone. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Browns are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Quite a decision there on 4th down. They didn't just want the first. They wanted 6 points. And following the interception, they're going to come away with neither.
And that's too bad, partner, because they really went for it on that one, right? Because I think in their mind, sometimes the illogical play is a logical play. But in this case, they were wrong.
Harris starts the drive on the ground, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 23-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Herbert has it knocked free. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
107 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
They run again with Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ed Oliver able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pepped?
Herbert has it knocked free.
But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Second and short now following the fumble. Herbert off of play action.
And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Herbert just beat the play clock. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
10 more yards. That's another Austin 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert to Mixon on the check down. And some space here. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 35. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schwartz. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
That's good for a Boston 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Herbert throwing again. Flush to his right. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Mixon. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And it's caught. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts there to make the grab. And the Armadillos are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the fourth.
Lutz to try to add the PAT.
And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Makes the score Armadillos 21. Browns 20.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. Completes this to Jefferson. And he'll be out right at the 35. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. This will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Second and 8 coming up. A handoff to Mixon. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On third down, Mixon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl. That's a pretty darn good season.